In order to succeed in the exam on non-fiction text, you need to prepare for the types of text you might be asked about and which of the 4 different areas you will write about. What are non-fiction texts? Non-fiction is a type or genre of writing based on facts and real life rather than a made-up or fictional story. Non-fiction includes any kind of text designed to give information. There are a range of forms for non-fiction including information leaflets, newspaper or magazine articles, travel writing, biographies, company websites. Once you know what kind of text you are looking at, you need to know 2 more key details. 1. Audience. Who is the text aimed at? Example, men or women, adult or youth? 2. Purpose. What is the text trying to do? Example, inform, persuade, argue or advise. Once you recognize the genre, the form of the text and the intended audience and purpose, you are ready to work on your exam technique. The most important aspect of preparing for your exam is to recognize the type of question you will be asked. There are only 4 types of question that are going to come up. Questions asking you to look for information, identify and explain presentational devices, understand and interpret meaning, and compare the effectiveness of language techniques. Understanding text. This question tests your understanding of the text, asking you for ideas or feelings that are implied by the text. Example, attitudes which are not necessarily clearly stated. You therefore have to infer meaning, which means reading between the lines, so you need to decide what someone thinks from how they say things, not just from what they say. Inferred meaning. We use this kind of indirect language every day to give our words a certain effect. An example is when we are sarcastic. Delicious, she said, looking at the solitary sandwich on the table. Even without any context, like where this is happening or who the person is, we know the person does not think the sandwich is delicious. The clue is in the single adjective, solitary. It makes us see the sandwich on its own and suggests the person involved would much rather see several. We might infer the person is hungry or doesn't like sandwiches. The key to understanding the attitude of a text is to consider how the writer feels about the subject. Do they feel good or bad about this subject? Is it funny or serious? Are they happy or sad? When inferring meaning, you might simply know what the writer feels. If it is not clear, then you need to look closely at detail and similes. Details. Writers often use indirect language. Rather than just describing a scene, they might engage readers by describing how you would see or feel the scene. Feelings will therefore come from the kind of things being described. Example, colorful, interesting descriptions with positive associations or used, broken objects with negative associations. Similes. Similes and metaphors are common techniques for suggesting feelings or attitudes. For example, he looked like a lion fresh from the jungle. This statement suggests a positive feeling, because we think of lions as big and strong, the kings of the jungle. So the writer is impressed by the person being described. This revision track was created using the Learn Through Song tutorial. For more information, visit Learn Through Song at www.learnthroughsong.co.uk. That's through, spelled T-H-R-U. Learn Through Song. Engaging learners through popular music and technology.